What's going on, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down Squirtle Community Day Classic in Pokemon Go. Now with that being said, as always, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, if you do find it helpful, please make sure to smash that like button down below. It helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so Squirtle Com Day Classic is going to be taking place this weekend on Sunday, July 9th from 2 to 5 p.m. your local time. The special bonuses are going to be as follows. Like normal, we're going to get 3-hour lure modules and incense. The special bonus is going to be 1/4 incubator distance, so not really the best all things considered. And then we're also going to be getting 5 free Squirtle from snapshots. Now, I also want to mention that Squirtle with sunglasses, not exactly the Squirtle Squad sunglasses, just sunglasses, is going to be available from field research. So make sure that you are doing field research throughout this Com Day, as this is one of the rare opportunities to actually get this Pokemon in its costume. Like the original Com Day, the exclusive moveset is going to be Hydro Cannon on Blastoise, and you're going to have between 2 to 7 p.m. to evolve your Squirtle to get Blastoise with this moveset, so keep that in mind. Now, when it comes down to Hydro Cannon, how good does this make Blastoise in terms of the raid meta as well as for PvP? So let's talk about raids first. So we're mainly just going to focus on Mega Blastoise here, because regular Blastoise is just outclassed by so many other water types at this point, even with Hydro Cannon. Keeping that in mind though, Mega Blastoise does rank behind Primal Kyogre and Mega Swampert, so if you already have those two Pokemon, then it isn't really worth Mega Evolving this Pokemon. At least it's not really worth focusing on powering one up just specifically for the raid meta. I mean, we had Primal Kyogre come around February, and then Mega Swampert was just recently in raids, I believe in June. So yeah, hopefully some of you guys were able to get the energy on those Pokemon. They're definitely better options than Mega Blastoise, but if you didn't, then yeah, Mega Blastoise is going to be your next best option right there. Now when it comes down to PvP, Blastoise does have some play in the Ultra League, but it is very resource intensive. So all things considered, if you have a Swampert built for the Ultra League, I would highly recommend just going with that over a Blastoise. Again, like if you want to run a Blastoise in the Ultra League as maybe like a spice pick, a different alternative, you can do that, but it's totally up to you. I wouldn't really recommend it when it comes down to resources invested. So that pretty much wraps things up for this Com Day. Overall, like it's definitely one of the more least interesting ones that we've had in a while, but I think for anybody who kind of missed out on Squirtle with sunglasses, this should be a pretty fun Com Day, maybe just a hunt for the Shundo, because a Shundo Squirtle with sunglasses, although it's not going to be like meta relevant, that would be really cool to get. To be honest, I was hoping that the special bonus would be a little bit more interesting though. 1/4 incubator distance is kind of weak all things considered. 3 times experience or 3 times Stardust would have been a nice incentive for, I guess, more veteran players to get out and play during this Com Day. Otherwise, it's kind of looking like a skip. At least personally, I already have all the shinies for this. I have the sunglasses. I don't really care much to build one for the Ultra League. I mean, but again, if you want to, you totally can. Now, I do actually have one recommendation for those of you guys that do actually want to build one for the Ultra League, and that's that you can also use your Ultra League build as your functioning Mega as well. So yes, ideally you would want to have like a Hundo for the Mega Evolution, but because it's not like that meta relevant, you could just build one for the Ultra League, which is going to take it to level 48.5 if you had the rank one, which is 0, 12, 15 as the IV spread, and then you can just Mega Evolve that Pokemon and just use it for both. So I actually do this with my Medicham all the time. I have a rank 1 Great League spread built, and I just use that one as my Mega. Mega Medicham isn't actually used for like anything in the raid meta, so it's really just more used for my candy bonuses. I'm still working on getting to Mega level 3, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just a good way to kind of save resources, not having to power up a Hundo for the Mega, and then also having to power up one for the Ultra League. You can just power up one for the Ultra League and use it for both. Anyways though, that's basically all you need to know when it comes down to Blastoise for this Com Day, but of course, as always, I like to go through some additional tips and tricks for any new or returning players that are watching this video. The first tip that I have for you guys is going to be the fast catch trick. Most of you probably already know how to use this, but for newer players, it is arguably one of the best things that you can learn to increase your catching speed. If you ever wonder how so many people catch like a ton of Pokemon during Com Days, they're fast catching. The next tip is going to be to create a search tag for all the Squirtle you want to evolve. So let's say you come across a really good PvPI spread while you're hunting, just make sure to favorite it, add to your search tag, and then you can go through it at the end of Com Day, like after 5 p.m. your local time. Check to see which ones are actually relevant, and then you can evolve that one for the Ultra League and use it as both, like I mentioned earlier, or you could, you know, try and get the Hundo, try and get the good PvP IV spread, totally up to you in terms of what you're hunting. If you want to quickly search for good IVs when it comes down to the raid meta, just type in 3-star and 4-star. 4-star is actually going to filter out all the hundos, so just keep that in mind. Next up, let's talk about Mega Evolution. So basically, which Pokemon do you want to have Mega Evolved for this Calm Day? So whichever one of the following Pokemon you have at Mega Level 3, prioritize that over the others for increased candy and extra large candy bonuses. So Primal Kyogre, Mega Swampert, Mega Blastoise, Mega Slowbro, and Mega Gyarados. Let's talk about storage space next. So generally, I recommend a minimum of 100 open spots, and ideally 250 plus. If you're still having trouble kind of going through and getting rid of things, I have a full guide that I'm going to link in the description down below. I always recommend checking this out for any of you guys who are kind of struggling with storage, and don't get me wrong, I have totally been there. As a free-to-play player, this was definitely one of the hardest things to deal with early on in the game, as I can't really buy storage whenever I need to. I had to wait until I got the Pokecoins and then slowly upgrade. So I have some pretty good strategies that I definitely recommend checking out. Next up, let's talk about bag space. So ideally, I'd recommend a combination of 200 red, great, and ultra balls. Ideally, 500 plus would keep you pretty stocked for most of the Calm Day. If you're in a area with a lot of Pokestops, even better, you don't have to stock up as much, but those are always my recommendations. And then we don't have a double candy bonus for Calm Day Classics, so I'd recommend anywhere from 25 to 50 pineapple berries. That way you can get enough candy for your Blastoise without, having to play a very, very long time, because I know not everybody can actually play the full 3 hours. And then finally, the last tip I want to go over is the Picnicker Medal. So we have 3-hour lure modules, and basically what I recommend is to just drop a lure module or multiple lure modules at your most popular grind spot right when the event starts. And basically the way that this works is that you get 1 point every single time somebody else catches a Pokemon off your lure module. So in the right location, you can make some amazing progress on this medal, especially since your lure modules are going to last 3 hours long. Anyways, that's basically everything I have for you guys in this video. If you still want some more additional tips and tricks, check out these 2 videos right here. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.